People don't buy the products that you sell, they buy what they do for them as individuals, and they make their decision about your ability to deliver this through their individual journey as they touch each part of your business. The more you know about them and this journey, the better you can listen to what they say and work out exactly what they want. We explained why in the previous 3 screenplays in this Principles of CRM series. Creating unbeatable solutions, which is the subject of this last screenplay, means having the flexibility to take the client's or prospect's journey with them. By the end of this screenplay, you will know why that is a problem for businesses, how a CRM could help you overcome these problems, and what this will mean for your value and resilience. The underlying reason that businesses don't build unbeatable solutions is that their focus is how to control the way that they deliver the products and services they sell so that they can standardize the way they deliver them to as many people as possible and achieve efficiencies and manage performance. That means the journey experienced by every client or prospect is very similar, and the solutions that are created for them has to be generic so that it can be delivered in the same way. It's difficult for businesses to change this approach for the following 3 reasons. Firstly, they can't analyze what these individual journeys might look like. Secondly, they haven't got the flexibility to share them. And thirdly, they can't deliver different solutions efficiently. I will expand on each of these areas before explaining how a CRM system could help you to overcome them. Businesses find it hard to find out what the client or prospect's individual journeys look like because that isn't their focus, which means that data and records of conversations aren't captured or presented in a way that makes this possible. That's because each department only holds what it needs to complete its purpose, which is to manage the client in the way specified by the business to ensure they achieve what is expected of them, and that can impact on what is recorded and how it is interpreted. A further complication is that this information is held in different systems that generally don't talk to each other. Because of this, the information that can be found is often fragmented so that it isn't possible to understand it in the context of the overall client experience and see its relevance for the outcomes of their journeys, including its success and value to the business. So where client journeys are developed, these tend to rely on anecdotal evidence from the business to make sense of this data to develop a picture which at the very best is an approximation of what the client or prospect may experience. It can't reflect the actual journeys of any of them. This fracturing of the client journey is a consequence, as we have seen, of the local focus of each department. This separation of responsibility between them to deliver the specific processes that they have been tasked to complete is responsible for the lack of flexibility the business has to respond to the actual experiences of the client or prospect as they pursue their journey. That's because while at a strategic level these are all aligned to deliver the standard most efficient client journey, once this is agreed they are no longer connected or seen in the context of their contribution to the outcomes for individual clients. This lack of operational connection and local focus of each department means that the standard journey cannot be changed to meet the individual outcomes clients or prospects want to see. This local focus and standard journey also makes it impossible for the business to create unbeatable solutions. That is because these standard processes also prescribe how the solution must be arrived at and how it is to be delivered. The hope is that the clients and prospects will then work out how these generic solutions will meet their needs. And because all the other businesses offering the same products and services, working with the same internal pressures, are likely to deliver the same solutions, it may not be obvious which choice to make. Of course, businesses must carefully manage their resources, which is why most seek to satisfy as many people as possible, just enough that they buy a standard product delivered in a standard way. So how can businesses develop unbeatable solutions by giving clients exactly what they want and still manage their resources and even increase profits? To do this, they need to shift their focus from satisfying as many people just enough to finding those clients and prospects who it is worth satisfying completely by sharing their journey using a CRM to enable the cooperation of the departments involved. We will now look at how using a CRM system can empower the business to do this and why that adds value and resilience. To shift from who will use their product and service to focusing on creating experiences that reflect the journeys of those clients or prospects worth supporting so that they can get exactly what they want, means that businesses must be able to identify who their most valuable clients are and the journeys they went on, which needs to be constantly under review and refinement. To do this, a business needs to deploy a CRM across the operation and integrate operational systems with it so that the client's whole journey can be seen in the context of how valuable the relationship was. Then, by focusing on the most valuable, the business can, as we discussed in the second principle of CRM, identify common patterns in them and understand what made them different from those journeys which proved less valuable. Once patterns have been analysed for the most valuable journeys, the business can identify the smallest number of repeatable processes used by each department that can be combined to recreate them. These can then be used to create the infrastructure needed and estimate the resources required. By breaking these journeys up into these building blocks and working within a whole journey perspective, the business can then offer the flexibility needed to support variance within these journeys using a limited number of repeatable processes from each department. The cross-department coordination needed to achieve this is much easier where a common system is used, which gives everyone involved access to a single picture of the whole client journey. Of course, managing these processes effectively to deliver the specific outcomes wanted by the clients and prospect requires much more detailed planning than delivering standard journeys. However, if all areas of the business are involved in all aspects of the client journey, this planning and awareness is built in. And as we saw in Principle 3, listening and understanding, the behaviours and messages of clients can be used to indicate where they are on their individual journey, and from that, confirm or predict what will be required to support them to deliver the outcomes they want to see. This level of predictability and confidence is only possible when using a CRM, which brings all these departments as well as the client together in one place so that everyone in the business can see the journey the client is on and use what they say about this to understand where they are on this journey. From what has been said so far, it is clear that using a CRM system can solve the problem of providing exactly what clients and prospects want, while controlling costs and maintaining margins so that the business makes the best use of its resources and receives an enhanced return in its investment. We will now look at how this adds value and resilience to the business over and above what it could achieve by managing clients and prospects in a more standardized way. Firstly, we have seen that using a CRM to give clients what they want is only practical if the business carefully qualifies those whose journeys are likely to prove valuable and profitable for it. This means that it will know which clients and prospects to avoid, even if they express interest in the products and services it offers, where managing their journeys has proved unprofitable in the past. We've also seen how this leads to better planning and more effective use of resources, and by choosing to share these journeys with clients in a way that competitors are unwilling to do, it also removes the need to negotiate on price. By offering unbeatable propositions to the clients who add most value to the business, it improves its chances of securing their long-term relationships, which adds to the overall value it has in its client base. It has also shown these clients that they can coach it to provide the services and products they want, which means they have been prepared to invest their own resources along the way. This, together with consistently delivering to their expectation, builds trust that business will not only do the right thing by them, but has the capability to always do things right. That builds loyalty and the desire to provide referrals, which are important elements in their value to the business. Capturing information on client journeys and what they say about them also empowers marketing to analyse how the most valuable clients use the products and services that the business sells to meet individual needs, achieve goals and solve problems. That can then lead to much more targeted sales-ready messaging that is more relevant and timely and therefore powerful and effective. This also helps to cement a relationship between marketing and the sales department, which extends to link marketing strategy with the value of outcomes. This has been the fourth and last in the screenplays of the CRM Principle series. These screenplays are part of an e-learning course which comes with your own toolkit that helps you to use CRM in your battle to deliver more valuable client relationships. It also explains how to create the exceptional value and resilience in your business that puts you one step ahead. This course can be signed up for today by sending me your details at this email address.